congratulations to our teams for their successes this last week and really all spring long. We've got a lot of teams performing at a high level, and of course the best is yet to come as we get into the rest of the spring and on into district and beyond district competition. And speaking of successful programs, today, as we do each week, we'll feature one program, and today we're going to spotlight our boys and girls track program, who's had tremendous success in the short season that they've had so far. With us today is Coach Bryn Jones. Bryn's our head track coach on both the boys and girls side. And Coach, you've done this is your fourth year. Fourth year as the head track coach. And we've just seen our program continue to grow leaps and bounds, not just with numbers of athletes, but success on the track as well. And let's get into that, Coach. How's the season gone up to now? I know we had some great success last Saturday, but let's talk about the whole season thus far.
So far, season's going pretty well. I know on the boys' side, we've had top 5 finishes in all our meets. I know last week at Bastrop, 19 teams, and I think we placed 4th.
Right.
So pretty competitive meet. Runner-ups at this past weekend. On the girls' side, knock on wood, we're undefeated right now. So we won all 3 meets so far, and they just continue to work hard.
Yeah, our girls are kind of hurting the other school's self-esteem a little bit. They're not only winning the meet, they're winning it by 40, 50, 60 points sometimes. So we had 3 meets so far, is that right?
Yes,
where have we been to?
We went Carmel ISD relays, then we went to Bastrop, and we just had Ranger relays.
At our Ranger relays, which many of you were able to watch either live or afterwards on archives on the Rangers Network. And we've had some great performances.
Yes, sir.
You want to talk about some of those, both individuals and I know some relays, some team type stuff. What's kind of stood out so far in these first 3 meets?
Let's talk about our girls first. In the field events, Ella Pickron, pole vault, she's gone 12 feet, and barely missed 12.3. So she's probably #1 in the region right now, doing really well. Of course, Alyssa Jones, our sophomore, is back. She's jumping 18, 19 feet in the long right now. Her best is 20, so she's still trying to get back to that mark. And we've had some, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place finishes in a lot of our other field events. In our running events, it's been pretty phenomenal just to kind of watch them run. I just kind of sit there in awe sometimes watching them run. Our 4x2, they ran 1:38.11 this past week. Currently, still today, it's #1 time in the nation, which is kind of mind-boggling a little bit. But
it's a big nation,
right?
So to be #1, that's outstanding.
They told me that in order to get to state, they have to run better. So they're never satisfied with with their best. And of course, our 4x4 ran 3:52 last week as well, and they're going to get better at that. Mia Perez, she doubled in the 800 and a mile last week, and so she's been doing really well. She's pretty consistent there. Zeta Zimmerman in the hurdles, she's been doing well in the 100s and the 300s. She's run some personal best this year. Of course, Alyssa in the 100 and 200, I believe 200, her best is a 24:32 right now or something like that. And Jacqueline Roll and some of those other girls are doing really, really well. So they just continue to work and continue to get better. Over on the boys' side, our 4x1 really came through last week. Kind of did a little revamping there, and we went from a 43.1 to a 41.8 last week. So those guys are running hard. That's Elijah, Freddie, DJ, and AJ. They're running good right now. AJ Bro, he's running really good times in the 400. He ran 48.7 at Bastrop, so he's rolling pretty good. Forgot to mention Jasmine Singh in the girls. She ran 55 this past week, so she's in the 400. So she's on pace to do well. She also ran a 24.8, so her and Alyssa are #2 in the region right now in the 200. Also, we have Haven Johansson. He's been doing well in the hurdles as well, in the 110s and the 300s. He's had some personal best as well. And just all around in our throws, Jackson Maynard's he threw 166 in the discus, and Gavin Garcia threw 50 feet, you know, so always striving to do better, you know, but I always tell the kids, you know, you're only as good as your last meet. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's exactly right.
Just
So-
keep on working and keep grinding.
Well, now, I heard from a few of our former players, former track athletes who were football guys, they were a little in dismay from last Saturday. My relay shattered the school record. Tell us about that a little bit.
Did. You know, once again, I just kind of sat there and I was looking at the clock the whole time just to see what the time was going to be. I knew it was going to be fast, but I didn't know it was going to be that fast. That was A.J. Bro, Jalen Davis, Freddie Dubose, and Elijah Hudson. And those guys have been training hard, and they're very close, you know, knit type guys. And you know, they told me before we got on the track, that says, "Coach, it's going to be fast today." So I said, "Okay, let's go." You know, and
3:15.
3:15, 51. You know, and
Yeah. So Cody, Colin, Hayden, Logan. It was good while it lasted. So no, they were excited to hear about it. That's a record had been in place a long time.
yes, sir. And that right now, that's currently number 4 in the nation as well.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Well, so we've had a tremendous start. We've obviously got some talented kids. We've got some good coaches working with them, and we got one more meet, and then we're going to get a little time off for spring break. But take us through the rest of the schedule.
Okay, yes, sir. This Saturday we'll be at Canyon High for the Cougar Relays, and we'll have spring break. We'll come back. Nothing the week we come back. Then we'll head to Hayes. We'll take some people to Hayes, and we have a few that's going to qualify for Texas Relays. That's Texas Relays weekend.
Right.
After that, we will head to New Braunfels for the Unicorn Relays, and April 12th and 13th is district. Over in Canyon, area is going to be in Canyon then next week, and then we have regionals over at Heroes. So, you know.
Well, you know, we certainly got a number of kids who are on pace to help us hopefully have a shot at the district championship on both the boys and the girls side, and then on to area regional, and then obviously we have a chance to get some folks to state as well. So anyway, it's exciting, and we hope you'll come out this Saturday to Canyon and watch our athletes in action, and in weeks to come. And Coach Jones, we appreciate you being on with us today, and thank you all for tuning in, and go Rangers.